Hello everyone, this is Carol, the Otherwise Woman, and this is my reading of the prevailing energies that will be with us from the full moon on February the 1st until the new moon on February the 17th of 2026. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. Yeah, struggle. Big surprise here. That's our card from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck. The Six of Arrows, transition from the Wildwood Tarot. And we have Ash as our Celtic tree ogham. Alrighty. Struggle can mean a difficult period, but it can also mean hard work, determination, which, I don't know, feels a little different to me than struggle. And it's about staying committed to something, to the path that you're following, to the path through the snow, up the mountain. We don't know what the result will be, but this requires our steady commitment and hard work. Yay. But the outcome is likely to be a positive transition. With this card, we have finding a way out of difficulties. In the traditional tarot deck, this would be the Six of Swords, and often leaving troubled waters for smoother, well, nicer shores. So whatever we're struggling with, whatever we are working hard on, will lead to a transition, my tongue is tripping over my teeth. A transition that is definitely for the better and more fulfilling. It may be helpful to adapt a new mental outlook, or look at things. How do you feel about things? Do you still truly feel the same way? Do you have more information now? So there is an emphasis on perhaps changing the way you think, transitioning from an old way of thinking to a new way. And Ash is here to remind us that everything is connected. Ash is about linking three fields of consciousness. Can be the spiritual, the mental / emotional, and the physical, or it can be past, present, and future. How do your actions in the present reflect your experiences in the past, and how might your present actions affect your future? There's also a reminder here to stay positive. This always gives me a little bit of a chill because I hate fake positivity. But it's important to remember that what we think affects how we feel physically. Our spiritual life, our spiritual connections can affect what we think about the world around us. So it's not a simple focus on one area and not another. I'm really feeling this, taking a look at the past. Why do I feel like I do? Why am I doing things I do right now? What have I experienced in the past that has led me to that? And is that something productive? Is that something useful? How do I want my present experiences, my present actions to influence the future? So when you are keeping your commitments and working hard toward a goal, whether you know how it will turn out, well, actually, we don't know how it will turn out for sure, but that determination is still necessary. Keep in mind that this can be a transition to a very positive way of thinking, a way of living. Yeah. All right. Difficult period. Might not necessarily see the progress we're making. Why it's important to keep a positive mental attitude, because we are heading into a change, a transition that ultimately will be for the best. And that's where I will leave that for now. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com. Then we can go over the details. Meanwhile, if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down, because apparently any interaction is valuable to YouTube, but I hope you liked it and appreciate it. Please share if you are so inclined. And before I leave, this is from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck, or Cailleach as it is sometimes pronounced. And I heard a little story that is applicable to this time of year. Probably know all about the tradition of the Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil comes out of his hole, and if he sees his shadow, it scares him and he runs back in. If he doesn't, he comes out and brings spring with him. If he goes back in his hole, we get 6 more weeks of winter. If not, spring comes early. Well, there's a story kind of similar about the Cailleach. She rules over the winter, and she brings the winter to the Celtic lands, primarily Scotland and Ireland. Both have versions of the Cailleach. And on February 1st, she goes out into the land to gather firewood. Now, if it's nice weather, she finds plenty of firewood, comes back, stokes her fire, and is cozy in her home and lets winter rage longer. If it's bad weather and she can't find so much firewood, then she's more apt to calm the winter weather and let spring come. So you can see the similarity between the groundhog here in the U.S. and the Cailleach in the Celtic lands. I just thought that was interesting, especially since Groundhog Day will be during this moon cycle. So, okay, until the new moon, I bid you well. Thanks for stopping by.